Hi everyone, welcome to JavaTechie. In this tutorial, we'll understand how can we pass logged in user details from API gateway to other microservices in Spring Security workflow. Okay, alright. Before I start this tutorial, I am assuming that you guys have gone through my microservice JWT security video. I was talking about this particular video. Here I have clearly explained how to implement JWT security in microservice architecture with real-time example. So if you didn't get a chance to look, then I would strongly suggest you to check that video first, then come back to this tutorial. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started. So before we start implementing the code, let's have a quick recap of what we have done in that microservice security workflow. So if you remember, we have created two different microservices, Swiggy services and restaurant services. Then we register these two microservices in Eureka service registry. Fine. Then we have added API gateway to route the request to corresponding microservices. This is typical microservices flow, isn't it? Next, we have implemented JWT security in API gateway. So when any request coming to the gateway, then we do call to the identity service to authenticate that user. If it is a valid user, then route that request to the microservices. Otherwise, simply reject that request. This is what we have implemented before. But I have a question here for you. Since all the requests intercepted and authenticated by gateway, then how can other microservices will know the user information? Because we are not writing single line of security logic in our microservices code. For example, let's say John is an active user who sent the request to Swiggy app or Swiggy service using API gateway. Then how can my Swiggy app know that John is the user who is accessing my application? Similarly, let's say John is trying to access restaurant service, then how restaurant service will know that John is the user who is trying to access my application? This is very simple, and this is one of the common asked interview question. Okay, I will help you to understand how you can pass the information from API gateway to microservices. So let's quickly jump to the code and we'll demonstrate further. So if I'll go to the IntelliJ IDEA, you can see we have created couple of projects to design the microservice architecture. We have created Swiggy app, restaurant services. These are my two microservices. Then we have created identity service where we manage all the security related stuff. Then we have created a gateway and service registry. Okay, I'm not going to repeat it again because already I explained in this particular video. So I'll share the link for your reference in video description. Okay, now fine. Now if you understand this particular workflow correctly, who is the guy who is intercepting all the request? API gateway, right? Now if you'll go to the API gateway code, let me jump to the API gateway, and if you observe in the API gateway, we have created one filter to intercept that request. Then in filter we have write the logic to authenticate that token using the JWT util. Okay, once this authentication is successful, then we are returning it back. So this is the guy who is doing the job and sending further request to the microservices. So can't we ask to this filter, hey, when you are redirecting your request to the corresponding microservices, can you please include few information as part of your header so that it will be available to other microservices? So in our case, we'll ask this authentication filter, or we'll ask this API gateway, please include few information while forwarding request to, or while routing the request to other microservices. Now how I can tell to the API gateway? Very simple step. Okay, so what we can do, I'll just write it down. I need to pass that information as part of header. So simply I can use the exchange object. Let me zoom this for you. So if you observe, we have this argument, right? Exchange. So just use that exchange dot get the request. Okay, then muted it. Okay, next add the header what you want to add. It's up to you what header you want to add or how many field you want to send to the microservices. It is up to your requirement. For now, let's say I just want to send logged in username, okay, or logged in user. That's it. Okay. Now this is the key I want to send as part of the request, and I need to map the value. Now from where I will get the value? If you understand this workflow, in this filter we are getting the token, okay, which is our JWT token. So this token contains signature, payload, and header, right? So let me show you that. If you'll go to the jwt.io, you can find each JWT token contains three fields, right? Header, payload, and verified signature. You can consider these are the three sections as part of your token. But this payload section contains all the information, right? Here you can add username, role, current timestamp, whatever you want to add, you can add as part of your payload while generating the token. So from this token, if I will extract the payload data, which is name, which is username, I am good, right? If I will extract the name from that token, then I can happily pass as part of this header value. But to extract that token, we need the help of JWT utils. So if you remember, while explain the JWT, I have covered couple of inbuilt method. Okay. So here you need to write a method to extract the username from token. So I can add it down. Now I need to import the statement. All looks good, right? Now if you observe here, I have a method here, extract username from the token. Give the token, we'll get the username. That's what we want to pass as part of our header, right? So just go to the filter, and here I can call JWT util. Please extract the username from the token which user will pass. Okay, we named it auth header, right? You can rename it to the token. Fine. Now once you have created the request, then just build it. This will be of type HTTP server request. So let's see. Yeah, server HTTP request. I'll just give something like user info, or simply I'll name it to the request. Fine. Now once you build the request, next you need to pass this request to the filter. So what I'll do, I will define it. I mean, if I'll define it inside try, then I cannot access outside, right? So what I'll do, I will just define it here, or I'll just, anyway, I'm just initializing it here, right? So you can remove this. Now you have the request with you. You just need to tell to the filter, take that request and build it. So I can simply type here exchange dot muted, then take the request to what I am sending to you, which is nothing our server HTTP request. Just build it. That's it, right? Why this is crying? Okay, initialize it. Fine. So we build the request as part of the header. Whatever the information we need, we are just passing here, and then we are building to the filter. I mean, we are just giving request object to the filter. That's it. Now any request coming to the filter will authenticate and will add the appropriate header, whatever we will write in your code, and will send the request. Now once the request will release from the filter, immediately it will goes to your microservices, right? Now in the microservices, let's say this is the Swiggy app or Swiggy microservices, right? So here I want to fetch that header. So what I can do, I'll name it string. I'll keep the same name. Any name you can provide, but let's keep the same name, logged in user, or you can define username. It is up to you. Let's say username, okay, and I can define here from the request get the header. So annotation request header, and define the key what you are expecting from the header. Fine. Now to just show that, I'll just print here is out. Let's say logged in user details, I mean username. Okay, so you can define username. So rather than sending only string username, if you want, you can pass the token from the filter. I mean, here if you go to the gateway, rather than extract the username here, you can pass the entire token itself. Okay, what is that? Auth header, right? You can pass the header, and then in that case you need to write the logic in your microservices to extract the token, right? But why I will write in each and every microservices? Why not I will just write the code in a single place? So that is the reason I have choose to write it here. Otherwise you need to add this JWT implementation or dependency in your other microservices wherever you want to extract the name or any other field. Okay, so that is the reason I have written here. Now go to the Sugi app. That's it, right? I'll just add a dash. Fine. Similarly, you can write for n number of microservices what you have, whatever the header you want, you can fetch from this particular annotation. Now all looks good. Let me quickly start all the application. Let's start the registry. Then I will start all the microservices. Let's start Sugi app. We have started all. So let's wait it to complete. So it looks all service started correctly. Okay, so we can verify that. Just go to the browser, hit 8761, which is the Eureka dashboard. You can see here, right? All the microservices, 3 microservices is registered. Sugi app, restaurant service and identity service. And this is our gateway app. Fine. So I already shared this particular link where you can find the call command to just figure out. I mean, first you need to register the user, then with the same credential you need to get the token, then you can send the request to your API gateway to access any of your microservices. Okay, so you can refer this particular call. I have handy it in my Postman. So what I will do, first I will register a user. Okay, let me give a name, John. Let it be password pwd1. I will change the email John. That's it. Send the request. User added to the system. It will store in our DB. So next, with this credential, we can ask to our identity or auth service which we created. He can give us a token. Okay, we'll give him the username and password. He'll return us one token. So for that, I will just trigger this particular endpoint. This should be 8080 because we are accessing the API gateway. Okay, name is the John, correct. Now let me send the request. We got this token. Okay, now if I will paste this token here in JWT can you see here? Subject is John, which is nothing my username, and when your token will be expired, that timestamp. Okay, I mean when it issued and when it will be expired. These are the default timestamp. But any other field if you want, like role or any field, anything you want, you can add as part of your payload while generating the token itself. Okay, that's fine. Now let's use this token to access any of our API from the API gateway. Just go to the Postman. I want to access the Sugi app. Okay, because there I am extracting the username. If you observe it, in the Sugi app we are extracting the username, right? So I will try to access that. Go to the get call. Okay, 8080 is nothing our API gateway port. Sugi is my endpoint of Sugi app, and this is some order ID, hard-coded order ID we have. But I need to pass the header. As part of this header, I need to pass the token which we just generated with the user John. Okay, now let me send the request. We got the result. Now if you'll see the console of Sugi app, can you see here? We got the message. Logged in user details is John. Similarly, not only username, whatever field you want to pass from API gateway to your microservices, you can directly either play with the header or you can pass as a request body. It is up to you. as per your need. Okay, do let me know in a comment section if you guys have any doubts. That's all about this particular video, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Meet you soon with a new concept.